Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite Pokemon, Rhyperior, with its new and improved Mud Slap, going from 11 damage to 12, as well as better energy generation. So we are going to be using the Community Day Rock Wrecker, but we're not going to, we'll be throwing it once in a while. Actually, farms up pretty well, so it's not like you're stuck out there forever. Very weak to water, very weak to grass, weak to fighting, weak to ground. Rhyperior, weak to steel, weak to fight. Did I say that already? I mean, the thing has got weaknesses all over the place, so could be a little difficult to use it, but we did all right, and we're going to have some fun here. For the first battle, we are using our regular Mewtwo. I meant to go with my Shadow, so that will be replaced right after that one, or the first battle. Pairing it up also with Palkia here. Of course, that has Spatial Ren. This Shadow Mewtwo is going to be double legacy with Psy Strike as well as Shadow Ball. And with that said, let's have some fun. Let's hop right into this here. Absolutely stoked about this one because, if you don't know, like I said, Rhyperior is one of my top favorite Pokemon. The design looks great. It comes from literally the original Pokemon design. It's not Bulbasaur, it wasn't Pikachu, wasn't Charmander, wasn't Squirtle. It was Rhydon, all right? And, it's pretty cool to me. But on another side note here, folks, I don't know if you're into retro things, but they make modded games for Game Boy or Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance. And I've been playing all kinds of different modded games, and it is absolutely amazing. We're talking Pokemon Crystal with Digimon, and it's done very well. It is amazing. I also play like a modded card game. Remember the old card game on the Game Boy? It has all the new Pokemon on it, the new types. Absolutely amazing. Just thought I'd throw that out there for you to check it out because it is really cool. You can buy them with the case. It has like a custom case or just the game. But anyways, I'm a bit of a retro head. All right, so Rhyperior, let's go. Going for the Rock Wrecker here. It is going to be level 50 as well. Oh, level 51 technically, and 100% IV. So the best that you can get for Rhyperior. Only need it to be shiny. All right. And here we go with the Mewtwo here. This thing is going to be putting in the work. I do believe that Togekiss just received the buff, but it's not going to help it because down it goes. Still holding on to one shield with the Mewtwo here. And like I said, this thing is going to be absolutely sweeping up. If you have no shields and you have a shield on it, oh, there's really no running from it. I don't even think Darkrai, or not Darkrai, Yveltal. Anyways, we have a Dragonite out here. It looks like we're trying to build up to that Spatial Ren. Dragon Claw is going to do a decent amount here, but not enough to take us out as we do get to the Spatial Ren, which will take out the Dragonite here. And we're looking good. And then down goes the Groudon. All right, and the skipping of the frames. Oh yeah, it's still happening. Okay, so this is a great matchup here up against the Melmetal. Although Superpower is still going to do a pretty damn good amount of damage. So we'll let it go though. Still in the red now or not, whatever they swapped into. We're going to go straight for Rock Wrecker here. What did they bring in? A Landorus. All right, that would have done some good damage. You know, they're going to be part ground, but they're also flying. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Palkia Origin here, one of my favorites as well for Master League. Thing is absolutely amazing. Yes, this is the best one I was able to get, and I did God knows how many. I don't even remember anymore. Bringing back that Melmetal, and we're just going to go ahead and spam the Aqua Tail here, as Dragon is obviously resisted, bringing them down pretty low. I'm just going to bring in Rhyperior here and farm them up. All right, let's go ahead and bring in that Rhyperior, and unfortunately, they're getting to Superpower, so I will be shielding this up here. And they do have a Yveltal in the back. All right, now this is not looking particularly great for me, so I don't know if we're going to be able to pull this one off, but we'll give it a shot. Now, Yveltal, Sucker Punch, updated, so pretty interesting one. We might have to take a look at that. Going for a Rock Wrecker, but we're getting it through because we got their last shield and we baited them, folks. I think we're going to be able to pull this one off. And Beer is just taking it like a champ, and, well, we take that win there. Next game, Rhyperior met with a Xerneas. Okay, this is doable here, although close combat is going to be something to consider. We're just going to go straight for the Rock Wrecker. Let's see if they let it go or shield it up, and of course, they're shielding it up. All right, so that's not too bad since the energy generation is actually pretty nice now on Mud Slap. They're going to be swapping into their Dawn Wings. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Origin Palkia and just go for those Aqua Tails here, and they're going to let it go. Now, Moongeist Beam, I do believe, will be enough to take us out here. We're going to go ahead and let it go. It is just a Dark Pulse, which is great, and I think we actually let this go as well, and the idea now is to bring in Rhyperior and farm them down. Psycho Cut's just not going to cut it for us here. Oh, we did bring in Mewtwo. Okay, but they immediately swapped into their Xerneas, which is good, I suppose. We're going to go ahead and shield up this Moonblast and farm up a little bit more, get to the Psystrike, and take them out. I highly doubt they're going to be shielding this up. Down it goes. Going to come back in here with the Dawn Wings, I would suspect. And that's exactly it. We're just going to go straight for the Psystrike. This is obviously going to be well enough. Oh, they're shielding it up. So we swap into the Rhyperior and farm them down. And they have a, what was that? Oh, shoot. This is, yeah, Zygarde. Okay, so, all right, well, this is the power of Mewtwo. Let's go. So we were able to get off that Breaking Swipe at least, which is pretty good. I think their attack dropped as well. All right, so we're going to go for the Psystrike here. They are shieldless at this point. Shadow Mewtwo doesn't give a damn. If you're Zygarde, if you're Yveltal, it still will run through you and take your ass out. Look at that, Mewtwo, Shadow, absolutely a king. Yes, you should power one up, yes. All right, but I think you want to go with the regular one first because we're going to get those Megas soon. Great lead with that Shadow Tyranitar. They're going to be swapping into, we have yet again another Shadow Xerneas here. Going to go for the Psystrike as we do bring in Mewtwo. They let it go. We will survive a Moonblast at this point, and I think we can almost Psycho Cut them down. I think they go, yeah, they go close combat. You know what I was thinking? They were probably just trying to get my shield. I don't know what the hell, but at this point now we can Psycho Cut them down, and we're even in a better position. Assuming they're going to bring in that Tyranitar, we're going to go for the Psystrike. I mean, whatever. I think Shadow Ball might have been the play here, but that's good enough for me, right? We won that swap. Bringing in Rhyperior, they immediately swap and bring in Dragonite. And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, well, I probably might want to shield this up here as the Rhyperior's quick moves just really not doing too much. We don't want to get hit by Superpower, and we'll just double shield. We do have Aqua Tail, so at this point, we'll farm them down, threaten the Tyranitar with the Aqua Tails, which is super effective, and then the Rhyperior should be able to handle the situation here. So getting one shield, they still have two. They're going to use their next one. We swap here into the Rhyperior and then go for the Breaking Swipe. There's really nothing that they can do. Brutal Swing's not enough, even as a Shadow, so we really don't have anything to worry about here. And they got it through right as we threw the last quick move. And Brutal Swing, doing a decent amount, but we're still looking healthy in the yellow. Next game, Rhyperior into Dragonite. All right, well, we didn't want to be in that position before if we can control it, but as we do land here, we'll just stick it out as we do have Breaking Swipe, and it's doing a decent amount. As you can see, not bad, but their superpower will essentially almost one-shot me with the first one here. We're going to let it go. We're surviving, barely getting to the Breaking Swipe, so they haven't used a shield yet. I'm assuming they're going to shield this up. No, they let it go. Okay. All right, we can work with this. Bring it in. Did you see that skip? I think I could have Psycho Cutted them down if it wasn't for that shit. See? Okay. All right, bringing in the Metagross, and now we are down a bunch of health because of the freaking game skip. Freaking can't even speak, and it's doing it again. All right, focus. All right, so they're hitting me with the Meteor Mash here. We farm up some more. We'll let this one go. It's resisted anyways. Yeah, no problem because of the water. And we're just going to start spamming these Aqua Tails here. We don't really want to throw our Mewtwo into this quite yet. See what happens here. I think they let this go if I recall this. And what do they have? Their own Mewtwo. Okay, this is good. All right, so what we're going to do at this point here is we're going to kind of bait them up. We're going to try to catch here in a second. Let's see if we can pull it off with that Mewtwo. Going for the Aqua Tail. Let's keep getting that shield out of them. There we go. They are shieldless now. Throwing in the Mewtwo. Let's see if this is Psystrike. I think it's not enough if it is. Oh, straight Shadow Ball. Yeah, that was pretty obvious. But we had energy built up and our plan worked, bringing back the Palkia to get to the Aqua Tail and take that win. Looking good. Moving it on to the next game here. We're going to lead Rhyperior the entire time. We have Origin Dialga. This is fantastic as we're going to be super effective. They're swapping into their Kyogre, or their Kyogre. And we're going to go ahead and bring in our Palkia. This is great, obviously. They're letting it go. Sweet. We're in an amazing position here. Hopefully thinking that we're going to throw the Origin Pulse there. Yep. Or, yeah, the Spatial Rend. I'm getting everything mixed up here. My bad. All right, get on track. And bringing in Rhyperior. Going to go ahead and shield that up, obviously. What do you have in the back? What's your last Pokemon? Yveltal. Okay, so let's go ahead and bait them here, and then we'll go for the Rock Record to basically one-shot them. And we'll do like that last thing we did with Beerus. Throw in the Mewtwo and just absorb the quick move. Oh, we're going to shield it up this time. Okay. I had a little feeling they might have had Focus Blast, so I'm just going to go ahead and play it safe, I suppose, and then just take the win with the Mud Slaps. That's 100 wins right there. Very good, very good. Going to go get that Elite Charge Team or Quick Team, whatever I'm on. Another Melmetal lead. This is going to be good for us here. Again, they're going to throw that superpower. So I'm just going to throw this so we can potentially lower their attack. They're shielding it up. I get 2 shields out of them, I think. I'm pretty sure we get 2 shields out of them. See, Rhyperior can also have superpower. So you have that threat in the back of their mind. So not just shielding it up for nothing. And they're going to be swapping. We're going to go ahead and throw the Breaking Swipe. It's going to be their own Rhyperior Shiny. What level is that? Yeah, that's a pretty good one. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring in our Palkia here and then go for the Aqua Tail to take them out. 4 times effective, rock and ground. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the little problem there with Rhyperior. They're bringing in their Dragonite. We're farming up a little bit more and shielding that up. Going for the Aqua Tail so we can farm more. Just a couple more quick moves. All right, looking good. And they have that Melmetal getting to the Aqua Tail again. And this is going to about wrap it up for us here. And we take the win there. All right, looks good. Still had a shield left with a good lead too. Next game, we have a horrible lead. Okay, well, we need to get the hell out of here. We don't want to bring in our Palkia. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Mewtwo as they do swap into their Duskmane Necrozma. Going to go for the Shadow Ball. Of course, they're going to be shielding it up. Now, if they double shield this, which I figured they were, it looks like they're going to go straight for the straight farm down. And we go for another Shadow Ball, double shielding. Now they're loaded up on energy. We're weak to steel with our Rhyperior, but we are going to bring that in, and hopefully the Palkia will be able to handle business here in a minute. And we'll shield this first one up. They bait me out. They swap, which is helping me immensely. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in that Palkia right about now. And if you're thinking, yeah, well, they'll just come back around with that Duskmane and hit you with Dark Pulse. Yeah, more than likely, yes, but this is the only play, so we're going to go ahead and work around it. But before we do take him out, we're going to go ahead and build up 2 Aqua Tails so we can hit the Duskmane with 1 as well, so we can farm them down easier with the Rhyperior when we do throw that in here. And looks like I was trying to switch, which I don't know if that's the best. All right, so taking me out, we still have 1 shield left. If we farm them down and we have something we can oh, wow, we still have our shield. Let's get it. That's over. Let's go. So I think they back out here, unfortunately, so we don't get to watch the absolute destruction. Yeah, they did. So we don't even hit those bubbles. Taking that win, Rock Wrecker would have taken them out there. All right, nice. Next game, what are we going to see with that Rhyperior? Oh, well, it's not the best situation for me, but I don't really need to swap, to be honest, because we can outpace them with the Rock Wrecker or Mud Slap, and they don't have Waterfall, so we'll stay here. They're retreating with energy and bringing in their Landorus, so we're going to go ahead and bring in that Origin Palkia, and you already know, just spam them with the Aqua Tail here, letting that Sandsear Storm go, because that quick move's not farming us down, and that Sandsear Storm, it's a good move, it's just not doing too much damage to us, right? And we're able to farm them down right as they get to their charge move. Bringing in Primarina, I'm just going to go for the Aqua Tail, as it's not going to be as resisted, and plus I don't even think I was going to get to the Spatial Run anyways. Bringing back the Rhyperior and going for the Breaking Swipe. I think I get a shield. Oh, hell yeah, we do. Let's go. They would have survived that too. So we will shield this up as well and farm them down here, but they are going to swap. They have their own Rhyperior in the back. I'm able to get off a Breaking Swipe. Hopefully we can lower their attack here. And we do. Fantastic. Bringing in the Mewtwo. All we need to do is get to the Scythe Strike. I'm going to go ahead and shield this up just in case. I'll farm a little bit more so we could take out that Primarina and outpace them to their Hydro Cannon. Going for the Scythe Strike. Down goes the Rhyperior. And then we get to the next Scythe Strike because we farmed up on it. And we're going to take that win with the Shadow Mewtwo. Thing's a nasty monster. Keeping it going here, folks. Rhyperior. Look at this. Damn good. Oh, look at this algorithm. Let's go. Now, I was playing and I didn't see a single Yveltal until I put on frickin' Mewtwo and a ground quick move. So it's quite amazing. Quite amazing. Anyways, we're going to be getting a shield out of them, which is great. I'm going to let that go. Now, that Sucker Punch is really doing a lot of damn damage. Going for the Rock Wrecker. Are they going to let it go? And they're double shielding that frickin' thing. Well, there's really no other option but to bring in the Palkia here, but we're still holding on to 2 shields, and we will let this go. Mewtwo with shields, getting rid of the Dark type right now. I think we'll be looking pretty good to destroy them with 1 shield in our Shadow Mewtwo here. And then we're just going to build up extra so we're ready to go, or just have energy built up for whatever they have for us, right? Bringing in a Fairy. So we're going to go ahead and swap into that Mewtwo. Okay, well, this is going to one-shot. They bring in a Duskmane. Okay, let's go for the Shadow Ball on the Shadow Mewtwo. And they're getting one-shotted there. Well, they survived. Okay, we're going to have to shield this up, unfortunately. Not quite a one-shot, but pretty stinking close. So this is not looking too great here. Our Moonblast should take us out. Well, it will take us out. So the Palkia needs to get to an Aqua Tail. But remember, we built up energy? Yeah, so we're going to be able to outpace them here. And there you go. Fantastic. That's the point of managing your energy. Going to be able to take that win with the Palkia up against the Xerneas. Nice. All right, next game. What are we going to see? Oh, well, this is not necessarily great, but you can hold the line. So what's going to happen here? They're going to outpace you to the first Aqua Tail. And then you're going to outpace them to the next charge move with your Breaking Swipe, right? Granted, you're not getting lag, right? Or some crap. So they beat me there, and then you outpace them to this one. So they can let that first one go, but let's see what happens here. And they're letting that one go. They've shielded up that first one. Sounds good. Now, I definitely don't want a double shield, so I'm just going to go ahead and let this go, unfortunately, and bring in my own Palkia to farm them down. As much as I wanted to bring Mewtwo, Psycho Cut wouldn't have worked there, so we don't want to get hit with more Dragon Breaths. Or with an Aqua Tail on our Mewtwo. They're bringing in Duskmane here, so gonna let this go. Dark Pulse doing quite a bit of damage, but looks like we're going to be bringing them close. If there's something in the back the Mewtwo can handle, or at least outpace, will be looking pretty good here. We farm them down. We're going to immediately swap. Oh, it's a... Uh-oh, so we're going to go ahead and stay here, actually. This is that one. Okay. Getting that Aqua Tail and their last shield. Now, all we need to do is get to 3 Psy Strikes, okay? This is how fast this son of a gun can farm up. And not only that, but it is so stinking strong. All right, so we got to stop them right at the perfect time with Incinerate. And now we have 1 and 2. We're looking good. We're going to take that win, folks. Let's get it. Mewtwo putting in that work. All right. Let's keep it moving here. Next game. If you haven't hit that like button, if you can do so, please. Got a nice long video for you. Met with a Landorus. Pretty funny how they're both the same color. Aside from that kind of bright white, although Rhyperior does have it as well. We can't handle that, so we're going to swap into our Mewtwo, outpacing them to the first charge move. And they're retreating with energy on that Landorus and bringing in their Dawn Wings here, and well, you already know what it is. We're going to go for those Shadow Balls. We did get a shield out of them with the Landorus, so do they want to shield this up as well and then be shieldless? And they do. So I'm going to go ahead and shield them as well and use all of mine. Okay, let's bring it full circle back to that Landorus and see if we can take control of the situation here. Going for the Shadow Ball, taking them out, of course. Now, this won't KO, so let's see if... Okay. Can we make it? We do get into the Psy Strike. This is not going to KO them, but it's still going to do a good amount of damage to them. Quite a bit. Unfortunately, they are going to be able to throw a... Oh, no, they don't. I think I got them by surprise, or they might have lagged there. Wow. They do have a Xerneas in the back, and, well, this is looking great as they're shieldless. Hit me with close combat, I dare you. They're going for the Moonblast because they don't want to drop their stats. Of course, I'd probably wait until I built up to 2 close combats and they threw first, but that's just me. And they were in a good position there at the end. All right, we're taking that win. Next game, we're going to be met with a Palkia again. All right, so we've seen the same situation before. So shield up the first Aqua Tail, of course, and then we just hit them with the Breaking Swipes, hopefully lowering their attack. Although it doesn't really matter because even if you lower their attack, if you let the Aqua Tail go at this point, they're going to KO you. Going for another one here, they let that first one go, and shielding up the second one is usually how it goes here. Again, I'm not going to be double shielding this thing at all, so we're going to let it go. And I think, do I try to Mewtwo it up? I do. I do it. I'm going to do it, folks. Wow. That is a lot of energy to have. And they're bringing in Duskmane. Whoa, this is big. Let's go for it. One-shotting theirs. All right, their stats are a little different. I didn't see that close, or the combat power, but this one did get one-shotted. And bringing in a Rhyperior of their own. Let's get it. Let's go. And we'll let this go and just bring in our own and finish it off with a Mud Slap. Or with the Palkia. And letting that go and taking the win. No need to throw because they still had a shield. All right, what are we going to see with that Rhyperior? Finally, a normal Dialga. And they're going to be swapping into Togekiss immediately here. All right, so we do have Rock Wrecker. So, I mean, all we need to do is get their shields technically. But we don't really want to be matched up with Dialga and our Palkia, as they're not really taking super effective from dragon moves. And they're actually double shielding this person. All right, so we have no choice. We've got to bring in the Rhyperior here. And I let this go, and I do believe it's Aura Sphere. Okay, oh yeah, of course it is. And we're going to go for the Rock Wrecker, which is going to one-shot them here. I mean, we still have our shield, so we should look pretty good. They do have a Kyogre. Okay, so all we need to do here... What the hell is up with my Palkia? It's so huge. going for the Spatial Rend, which is going to KO. Oh, almost did. All right, great. And we still have 2 shields. And they don't throw here because their only option is to quick move. But we get to the Spatial Rend again, still holding on to both of our stinking shields. And we're going to take the win. Well, a couple more quick moves. Got some nice little lag there. Frame skipping, beautiful. And then we take the win. The game was like, come on, any way to make you lose, anyway, come on. All right, next game, met with a Xerneas again. All right, everybody's got that shiny looking good over here. Gonna go straight for that Rock Wrecker. They tend to always shield it up. Yeah, always shielding it up every stinking time. Usually double shielding as well. All right, so we're gonna let that Moonblast go. Sounds good to me. And this one's probably gonna be close combat, so we're gonna go ahead and shield it up. And it's exactly that. They've used 1 shield. Do they want to use both? Okay, that's what I thought. And they're bringing in their Palkia. And we're going to go ahead and we'll try to get to the Breaking Swipe, but they outpaced us here. So definitely going to let that go. Bring in our own Palkia here. Mewtwo, it's all up to you in the back, buddy. So this is Aqua Tail. We're going to let it go and farm them down and come out of this with a good amount of energy here. And we're looking good. Still in the yellow. And bringing in Mewtwo. Going to go for the Aqua Tail here. Hopefully we can get a shield out of them. Hey, let's go. They just used their last shield. Sounds good to me. We've got one as well. And I think they do it all swap-a-roo here. Nope, they don't. Okay. Well, this is a wrap. We take the win here. Going for the Spatial Rend. And looking good. Moving it on to the next game here. This Rhyperior team really did me well, folks. And we're met with a Dawn Wings, okay? This is whatever. It's kind of like a neutral matchup. Let's see what happens. Gonna shield up a Dark Pulse. Well, we're off to a horrible start already. Okay, yeah. You don't want to shield that up. And gonna go for that Break and Swipe. Gonna go for another one here. And see what happens. Letting it go. Dropping their attack. Now, if they go for Moongeist Beam at this point, I don't know if I drop their attack that first stage. Let's see what happens here. Oh, yeah. Well, one more quick move was enough to take us out. Bringing in the Palkia, farming them down. Not looking the best, not looking the worst. All right, well, if they're coming in here with a Mewtwo, that's actually not bad. Gonna go straight for the Spatial Rend here. Let's see. They shield. All right, yeah, we get a shield out of them. Sounds good. So we will stay here, and then I think we may swap into our Mewtwo. Looks like I was trying to. They did. Oh, snipe my ass. Wow, sassy. We got a sassy one over here. Spicy. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and shield that up. Build up a little bit more. And we're going to take the win with this Mewtwo here. Yeah. That was a nice little snipe you did there. And we're going to go straight for the Side Strike. Oh, yeah. Still enough to take out your Mewtwo. That's how strong my Beerus is. And we're taking that win. Let's go. All right. We got a couple more games for you here, folks. Rhyperior. Oh, Dragonite. Okay, well, we've seen this before. Not particularly the best. Nah. We'll take it, though. We do have Breaking Swipe. Whatever. I'm not building all the way up to bait. I could try to lower their attack here so the superpower does less. And we get a shield out of them anyway, so sounds good. We didn't drop their attack, though, so that's unfortunate. Superpower. Down we go with one more quick move. They've used 1 shield. Bringing in my own Palkia here. This is obviously going to be Dragon Claw, so we're going to shield it up. Superpower did lower their attack, so I could have potentially gotten away with letting that go. But I wanted to keep it healthy. They're bringing in their Kyogre. So we're going for that Spatial Rend. And not quite farming them down, unfortunately. It's okay. Let's see what they're going to hit me with here. Just a Surf. Wow, that's a great thing. And they're bringing their Dragonite back. Going to go for the Aqua Tail since they're so low. We're getting a shield out of them. Wow. Let's get it. And they almost farmed me down, but they threw right at the last second as we were about to get there. Mewtwo, take them out. Let's go. We have a shield. What's in the back? Oh, we've seen this situation before. So all we have to do is get to 2 Side Strikes and we take the win here. And I do believe that's going to be a battle wrap. Folks, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. And Rhyperior's new and improved Mud Slap looking good. Test it out. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.